Alright, good afternoon. My name is Firzadika. I'm from the grade, I'm in the second semester right now in a course of English literature and English literature and the language. English language and the literature. Here today I have a personal assignment from my lecturer. The matter is about, I'm going to explain here is about a simple present tense. We know that this simple present tense is one of the tenses in English from the 16 tenses. We use this first one. This is the first tense we should know. A simple present tense is usually used to to describe habits, the first one is we use it to describe habits, and the second one we use to describe repeated actions, repeated action. And the third one we should use it to make asking for directions, and also arrangements. If we use it as a habits, we usually use it like I brush my teeth every night, and then I brush my teeth every night. She reads a book every day, and I like he drinks tea every breakfast or at the breakfast. And then there is a repeated action. For this repeated action, the example is like we catch a bus every morning to go to school, just like that. And then for the directions is like step forward, turn around, turn left. Exactly, it's just asking for directions. And then the fourth is for the arrangements. The examples like her mother arrives tomorrow at 7 p.m. Exactly. And then this simple present tense, of course there is a formula. The formula here we use is alright. For the formula here we use subject first, and then the second is verb 1, subject, and verb 1 is enough. Exactly. And just like the habits I told you before, the first one is like the example is I read, and then you drink, and the third, the subject, if we use we, like we run. If we use the subject is they fix, like they fix. Alright. After that, there is some exception about simple present tense. If the subject is the third person singular, we make the verb we plus s behind it. Just like if the subject is she, a woman, if the subject is she, and then if the verb is it, for the example, and then we add s behind it. So she eats chicken, for example. And then if the subject he, of course we add s behind it. Like he sits. Sit is the fourth one, so if we use the third person singular, we add s behind it. He eats, like he sits in the chair. And also if the subject is it, but I think it. Okay, so after this we use the third person singular, like she eats chicken. The verb we add s behind it, she eats chicken. And after if we use he, same too, the verb we add s behind it, he sits in the chair. It, if we use it, it's something or it's a thing, not a human. It smells, for the example, we add s behind it. And then there is some exception if we use some verb in the third person singular. So if the end of the verb is y here, just like fly or cry, we add es. ies. We change the y into ies. Became flies and cries. Like the Superman flies in the sky, and the girl cries. The girl cries every day. But if the end of the word y and before it there is a vowel sound, like here, this is the vowel sound a, and then we just add s behind y, like play became plays. He plays sport, she plays sport. Just remember this we use this in the third person singular, this one. And then there is some exception too, for if the end of the verb is x, ch, and ss, we add es after that word. If x, the example of the word is fix, and then so we add es behind it, and it became fixes. Ch, the verb is match, we use eh, became matches and passes. For the example of this is he fixes his motorcycle. They matches the other team, and then she passes the ball. And after that there is when we use a question into the simple present tense, the first we do is we use a do and does. If the verb if the subject I, you, they, we use do for the question. Like if the sentence I read a book, so the question is do I read a book? And then if the subject using you, like here for the examples, you drink, so the question is, do you drink the tea? And if the subject's we, the question is, for the example, the sentence is we run, so the question is, do we run in the field? And then if the subject is they fix a car, and then the question is, do they fix a car? So if the subject is using I, you, we, they, so the auxiliary verb is do. But if the subject is the third person singular, so we use does in the questions. Like for this example, she eat. Why in it we don't add s? Because here is already there is a does, so it came back into its regular form, into the verb one form, like does she eat? No, not does she eats, that's wrong. The correct one is does she eat. And then the second, like the example, he sit. So the question is, does he sit? If the positive verb he sits but plus s, and for the question is, does he eat? Does he sit? And then if the positive for it smells, this is the positive sentence, it smells. But in the question, smells came back into verb one, so the question is, does it smell? Just like that. So what we can conclude here, what I can so in conclusion, simple present tense is one of the tense in English, one of the 16 tenses in English we should know, because this is the base form. We use this simple present tense as in use it to express habits, like I brush my teeth every night. Repeated action, we catch bus every morning. Directions, like turn around, step forward, go ahead, turn right, turn left. And then there's arrangements like my mother arrives tomorrow. And then the formula for simple present tense is subject plus verb one. Remember that. And if the subject is I, you, we, they, we just use the simple form of the verb, like read, drink, run, fix. I read, I run, you drink, we run, we fix, I fix. That's okay. And if we want to ask a question using this subject, so we use do. And then if the person is the third person singular, we add s behind the verb. But there's some exception I've already told you before, like this. And if became question, in the third person singular we use does. I think this tense is not really hard to know. It's just habit, and we use it every day. Yes, I think that's all from me. If you learn and study hard work, you can learn this very easy. So learn hard and hard work. Thank you.